Hey everybody, welcome. It is summer of 2021. I figured it's about time I redid my video here. I used to try and do it about once a year, but it seems like it's been forever. And I think it's just because the past 12 months blew by in about 15 minutes. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but this whole COVID thing really kind of made time go so much faster for me. Some of you may feel twice as long, but anyway, regardless, I need to update this thing and kind of fill in the blanks here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a couple of bullet points that are going to help you to be successful here at GCU. I know many of you are struggling just with the volume of information coming at you because this is brand new. Some of you may have come from either our undergraduate online program or another undergraduate online program. You already kind of get the online vibe. But for the majority of you guys, it's brand new. And I know when I came here the summer of 2013, I had never even taken an online class before. It was a completely different animal to me. And so I had to learn how the whole process works, not just the logistics of where to click and things like that, but just kind of the flow. The flow, that's probably a good word for it. So let me kind of hit the main things here. So number one thing I want to talk about is APA formatting. Okay, whether you understand it or don't understand it, you need to fully embrace APA formatting from day one. I can't stress that enough. Okay, and the majority of you, having gone through an undergraduate program, are familiar with either APA or MLA or maybe Chicago style writing. You understand that the writing formatting is important. There has to be a style, there has to be a consistency for it. GCU and most other universities today have embraced the APA style of writing. That's very different than when I graduated with my bachelor's degree in 1994. My degree was in English, and back then, if you were in the arts side, you typically were MLA. APA was more for business and marketing and things like that. And so they're kind of two different lines. Today, it's pretty much embraced APA across the board. So that's what we've done. So with that, please, please, please do not stick your head in the sand and just ignore it. You need to be very proactive in going out and learning how to cite and reference and format your papers using APA. Please use the templates that I provide you. They already have the majority of the template formatting for APA built into them. You're welcome to change, and I'll talk about each individual template, with my video for each week as we go through it. But those templates are set up to help you learn formatting almost passively. Okay, so it's going to have the headings, it's going to have the cover page or the title page, it's going to have the reference page at the end, things along those lines that you need to have done. It's up to you all to learn how to use the citations and references. Okay. I talk about this in another video that I'll post for you. I think it's even posted this first week as well. You need to be very proactive. Go to places such as YouTube, okay, because nobody's going to sit down and read the APA manual. It's this thick, and I don't think I've ever even opened an APA manual in my life, okay, because you really don't need to. Go to APA and go to YouTube and type in APA citation tutorial. You're going to find dozens and dozens of people who have outstanding videos that will show you and explain to you, just like I'm talking to you now, explain how to properly use a citation. When do you need a page number? How do I arrange the author's last names and the year? What does my reference page look like? They're going to walk you through it step by step. Okay, so start with YouTube and spend time in there. I will gradually post videos in there because my fear is I don't want to overwhelm you from day one as well. Excuse me. So look at that. Also, on the announcement page, you're going to find a list of kind of resources I provide you. One of them is showing you how to take Microsoft Word and to create your own APA citations and references using its built-in citation generator. Okay, that's super powerful. Definitely do that. And if the version of Microsoft Word that I'm showing you how to use is different than what you have, just go to YouTube and type in Microsoft Word APA citations, and it will show. You'll have somebody that will show you exactly how to do that. Okay, those are super powerful and will definitely help you in making sure that you have your formatting correct. So APA, again, don't put your head in the sand and hope it's going to gradually, you'll gradually figure out. You need to be proactive, okay? My dad always said, pay me now or pay me later, okay? You can either put in the work now and enjoy the benefits forever, or you can kind of dilly-dally around and get points deducted and not be fully invested, and then gradually, eventually figure out how to do APA formatting. You're going to do it one way or the other. Might as well put the effort in right now, check that off your stress list, and be able to hit the ground running in class number 2, already understanding APA formatting, okay? Pay me now, pay me later. Excuse me. I need to go Coke here. Okay, next thing is posting requirements. You have 2 separate posts, and I will do a separate posting requirements video also. So please watch that one. I'll go into a little more detail there, but I'll just hit you with the major requirements here. You have 2 different types of posts. You have your discussion question and you have your participation post. They are not the same. I know a lot of the counselors out there like to talk about 5 posts, 5 posts, 5 posts. Forget that, okay? They're blending those 2 types of posts together and they're not the same. They're very different. They do not count for each other. Your discussion questions are due on Saturdays and Mondays. You have 150 word requirement. You have to answer the discussion question properly and thoroughly. You have to use proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, capitalization, and you're required to have 1 in-text citation and 1 reference. Hold on a second, it's my wife. She's upstairs. Okay, sorry about that. That's how lazy we have become in this family here. Our house is not that big. She's just right upstairs from me, and she calls me. Anyway, okay, so I was talking about discussion questions. So make sure you have your in-text citation and a reference for each discussion question. Okay, those are worth 5 points apiece, and they're due on Saturdays and Mondays. Your participation is completely separate animal. Okay, it does not count for your discussion questions. Discussion questions do not count for participation. You have to post 3 times a week on 3 separate days. Okay, so at least 1 time on 3 separate days. The requirements for your discussion questions will be 100 words. You do not need a citation or reference, but you do need to use proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, capitalization. If I see an uncapitalized I, you won't receive credit. It's really that simple. And to get credit for those, you can reply to any other post in the forum. You can reply to somebody else's discussion question. You can reply to somebody else's participation post. You can reply to anything that I say. Anything that you reply to that stays on topic shows that you showed up to class, which is the most important thing. We need to document that, and meets the posting requirements, you're going to get credit for it. Participation is worth 20 points. And so if you post on 3 different days, you get all 20 points. You post on 2 of the 3 days, you'll get 13.4 points, and 1 day it's 6.8. I always round up. So that's really that simple. Don't overthink it. Okay, those seem to be the post requirements seem to be the biggest confusion coming into this thing. It's very, very simple. I will go into about 10-minute detail and give you examples on posts in a separate posting requirements video, so be sure and watch that one. And the third thing that I really, really want you guys to do is get yourself in a routine. This is so important. Most of us come to the online world because we like the flexibility. We like to be able to set our own schedule and work around our work schedule, our families, and other obligations we have. That's awesome. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. But we often get lazy. We procrastinate. We don't get things done until the very, very last second because we keep putting it off. Guys, that will be the death of you, I promise you. You can get away with it 1 or 2 classes, but you can't get away with it a year and a half from now. It's not going to happen, okay? Set your schedule now. Literally take out a paper calendar and look at it and say, okay, my best days as far as free time are going to be Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's where I'm going to have the most time. The other days, shot. Great. Identify those days. Then I need you to go in there to the daily calendar and find chunks of time. Not 10 or 15 minutes every single day. That's going to burn you out. You need to find larger chunks of time, 2 and 3 hour blocks of time where you can fully submerge yourself into the classwork. Excuse me, now I get hiccups. This Coke Zero. You guys ever tried this? This Coke Zero with the orange and vanilla, it's actually really good, but it gives me the hiccups and makes me burp all the time. Um, but it helps me keep my figure, and that's what's important. But anyway, those. What was I saying? Oh, about your scheduling. Um, Studies have shown that if you are, let's say that you're only going to study for 1 hour a week, and you're going to jump into class 10 different times for 10 minutes apiece, okay? Or you're going to go in and you're going to do one full hour session. Studies have shown that you're going to absorb so much more information if you can fully submerge yourself in an extended period of time versus bopping in and out. Plus, I don't want you to log into class 7 days a week. You're going to get burned out, I promise you. It's exciting, it's new, it's refreshing right now to be part of this process, but it's not going to feel the same 6 months from now, I promise you, okay? Pace yourself. Find 4 days a week, ideally, where you can go into class and you have 2 or 3, a minimum of 1 hour, where you can go in and you can knock out your work. You should easily be able to get everything done. I know your counselors tell you 20 hours a week. No, you don't need 20 hours a week, okay? You're going to be more like 10 hours at the most, maybe 15 on a really big assignment week. But if you chop those up into smaller pieces, 15 is even stretching it, okay? 10 to 12 hours on the max. Some weeks you can get away with 5 hours, just depending upon the depth of the main assignment. Because every week you're going to have your discussion questions, you're going to have your participation, and you're going to have your main assignment, okay? The main assignments, you'll find the pattern here. We will alternate every other week. Heavy assignment, lighter assignment, heavy assignment, lighter assignment. Heavy ones are typically essays. Lighter ones may be, a smaller essay or a PowerPoint or a video presentation that you're doing. So you're not going to be bombarded every single week. So yeah, absolutely, 10 to 12 hours maximum is what you're going to spend. So just chop that up. If you did if you did 4 2 or 3 hour blocks of time, you're easily done versus jumping in and out of class 7 times a week. Okay, I promise you guys, I've talked to so many students over the years. I've had thousands of students come through my classes in the last 8 years. And they will all tell you that learning to get yourself into a routine is what will save you. It will keep you fresh. It will give you the best opportunity to absorb the most information and be the most efficient. And it's also going to allow you to set that routine that you can share with your family and friends. Tell them when you're going to class. Tell them when, say, mom and dad, we're gone. We're off limits. Knocked something on my desk. We're off limits during this time, okay? Please respect it. I'm in class. Don't bother me. Don't interrupt me. Let me have my peace. And then also find a good place in your home where you can study. I know some of us, that may be the kitchen table. Most of you probably don't have a crazy rock and roll office like I've got here. We had this house built about 4 years ago, and I wanted this model specifically because I could have a dedicated office. Anyway, so you may not all have an office space like this where you can go to and lock that door, but find a place. I've heard of some students say they put a small student desk in their bedroom closet. That way they can go in there and shut the door and have complete peace in the house. Whatever you have to do, you need to do it. I heard some of the other students say they like to go outside and study, and that's great too. I used to, when we lived in another house and I was going through my dissertation program, I found that I could not study at home. It just, too many distractions. My kids were younger. I just had too much going on. So I would go down to the community library and I would go in and check out one of those study rooms where I'm the only person in that whole room and it's dead quiet. Okay, that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to put on headphones. I like to put on headphones when I'm studying. And then I go to YouTube and I don't listen to music. I just type in white noise and I just listen to the white noise in the background that helps me focus on what I'm reading. So whatever you need to do, find your happy place, okay? And so guys, really, that's it. You need to learn APA as fast as you possibly can, nail down the posting requirements. You should be able to do that in the first 2 weeks, get that down, and then set your routine. I promise you that if you can master these 3 things by the time you leave this class, you will be a rock star and you'll be ready to go. So anyway, please ask any questions you've got. Make sure you watch my videos each week that I post for you that talk about the assignment for that week. Make sure that you read the announcements, that anything that I post, you should be reading. in the main forums especially. Use the templates, and just relax and have fun. You guys can do this. I know it may feel overwhelming right now, but I promise you the world will slow down and you will get this. Love you guys. See you later.